amazing how death can make us feel so alive. Just another night at work, I had to take out some garbage. You know, it isn't easy being a detective these days. I've never had to actually dig a hole for a body before. I usually just toss them in the river, but a few days later, the bodies float up and my boss calls me in and says they found a floater. I hate it when I get put on my own cases. It's convoluted and problematic. It's not like that show where the guy murders people and then covers up his own crimes based on his expertise. I'm not so artful. I don't have any grand design or plans. It's just once in a while things get out of hand and you have to make a decision. Is it me or is it him? Today it was him. It's not the first dead body I've seen, obviously. It's interesting when you catch a case and, you find a guilty party, but you don't necessarily blame them for their crimes. It's silly. Some days, it's justified. One minute, they're there, blinking, breathing, laughing and crying. Usually crying. It's never quite like that moment when you decide where to bury a body. You need to be close enough to be convenient, but far enough away that you're not going to have any distractions or complications, as the case often is. Never thought I was the type of man to ever harm or destroy life. Given the opportunity, we prevent it. We hold on for just a little bit more, another second, another minute. Wait, please, don't. But not tonight. Tonight wasn't his night. Tonight was my night.
Hi everybody, I'm Tom Stork, president of the Florida Aquarium, and I'd like to welcome you to the first episode of Fish Tales. Today we're going to take you through the Florida Wetlands Trail and an opportunity to meet with the invasive Burmese python. We're going to tell you why these snakes have been so detrimental to our environment here in this beautiful state.
Hi, I'm Pete Colangelo, Director of Exhibits and Graphic Design here at the Florida Aquarium. Today I'm going to walk you through our latest attraction, the Florida Wetlands Trail, and I hope you enjoy it. One of the goals of the renovation of the Wetlands Trail was to evoke an emotion, to get people to care about their environment. Obviously, that's what we do here. But you can't do that unless they feel something about what they're seeing. And to do that, we thought about tapping into the nostalgic feelings of going back to the first time that you might have visited a state park here in Florida or anywhere in the country.
Ballast Point Park is more than just the birthplace of T-Rex. It's actually one of the most storied and historied parks here in the city of Tampa. Lori Portier-Brown is going to share a little bit more about this waterfront jewel.
Ballast Point Park has been the jewel of South Tampa for over 125 years. Originally a pre-Civil War loading dock used to ship cattle to Cuba, it got its name from rocks, called ballast, that sailing ships carried to improve stability. When the ships approached the shallow water of the docks, these stones were thrown overboard to make the ship lighter. One of the ballast rocks was agatized coral, also known as geode. To this day, after a heavy storm, souvenir collectors can be seen searching the shallows for geodes washed up by the shore. In the 1880s, Amelia Chapin, whose family owned Consumers Electric Light and Street Railway Company, bought the site and developed it into a tropical.
One of America's leading community banks and the nation's largest home mortgage lender, Wells Fargo and Company announced their donations to 6 Tampa-based nonprofit organizations. These grants are part of the commitment towards improving home buyer support programs, small local businesses, and sustainable home ownership. Carl Miller, Wells Fargo Regional President, shares his enthusiasm about the project.
Well, Wells Fargo is here today to announce the next stage of our LIFT program. Just a few months ago, we committed $7 million to helping the city of Tampa with home ownership and revitalizing neighborhoods. And today, the next stage of our Neighborhood LIFT program is another $800,000 in the way of commitment to our local nonprofit agencies who help people stay in homes and revitalize their homes.
Board President Linda Thomas tells us about
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone.
My innocence was taken. I was a little boy. I ain't know what to do. I know you seen it, Lord. I need to be delivered. Somebody pray for me. I'm cleaning out my closet, exposing the enemy. It seemed like yesterday, I remembered it clear. This thing was happening now, a little over a year. Like clockwork, waking me out of my sleep. I didn't wanna do it, but they made